defensive LG really didn't work. It was almost as cool as Av3k was pushing forward with the LG. QuakeLive's defensive dodging allowed him to kind of turn the fight not only in favor of health but in position. That's what QuakeLive does. He can beat the opponent, and we are going to get ready to go into DM6. Let's see if Av3k can bring it to a tied game, or QuakeLive could be going to match point.
Oh, and that's the horrible spawn there for QuakeLive. And it was basically just a race to that LG from both players. And you know, with Av3k picking up that frag, he's managed to get the mega health, he's got the red armor, and already now QuakeLive is the one that has to fight his way back into the match, similar to how Av3k had to the last map.
Do you think QuakeLive said all times lucky there?
Probably he was thinking that at least.
Well, we'll have to see. So, yeah, DM6, when you're in control, it's very hard to play on the defense. But the one thing we know from QuakeLive's defensive play on DM6 is that he just tries to become invisible. He will really run, you know, as defensively as he can. You can see him trying to put a little damage onto Mega. Now, Av3k's offset that Mega timing a small bit, so I don't think QuakeLive, though, will turn up to contend for it next time round because he won't have the armor stack to, but we'll have to see if he does. So nice play from Av3k there. He stopped QuakeLive from getting to the railgun, so QuakeLive still doesn't have a railgun, and a railgun's a really big defensive weapon here. But what QuakeLive does have is 100 armor and some good rockets. He's in a bad situation. He's probably going to be able to get out, but again, he still doesn't have the railgun, and Av3k's looking for the railgun shot. He does hit, and QuakeLive will just have to run away. But this is really bad for QuakeLive because he's on red armor and he's waiting for it to spawn, but it's not going to come up, and now it spawns, but Av3k takes the kill and the red, and I do believe that Av3k offset the red timing there to do so. I wasn't actually watching him, I was on QuakeLive POV, yeah, so very, very good play from Av3k. He's stopping QuakeLive from playing the map by just not giving him the knowledge he needs. This is an Av3k that can really carry on and take this map and maybe do even more. So we'll have to see if QuakeLive can get a comeback, because he will. I believe QuakeLive will only play defensive.
I swear Av3k's confidence could really take a boost here on DM6 if he's able to turn around what happened in that group stage game and really throw it back to QuakeLive with a decent scoreline. He will actually catch him down here at that LG area. Mega health now for a good while, and QuakeLive surely will be in a bit of trouble. Av3k's done his damage, and he knows that that yellow armor is going to be there, so he decides, I'll take the yellow away from QuakeLive. Well, as you said, there is a railgun. Here's QuakeLive up on top of that bridge, and he will make the jump down. Av3k will pick up the red armor below him, and also that rocket has hit QuakeLive. Surely is low, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think Av3k did the right decision there to back off because he got what he wanted and he got position on Mega. And now he knows that QuakeLive probably has only the armor from the shards. And yeah, he does. He's got 20 armor. So QuakeLive, once again, has really got his back up against the wall. Av3k, if he catches QuakeLive out, he could just destroy him. There comes a 50 armor pickup, so that is important. Let's switch back over to Av3k as he hits the railgun onto QuakeLive, but QuakeLive hits one back. So they've exchanged. But now QuakeLive still has that 20 armor, and Av3k is even taking the shards away, so he's got a big advantage for the next Mega. QuakeLive will have to position himself high to try and do some counter damage, but he can't receive any damage right now, QuakeLive. He can only do damage. If he takes damage, he's in a really bad position. And in fact, he doesn't even want to contend to do damage, he just wants to get any armors available, and that's exactly what he does.
Oh, that's nice, a great drop down by Av3k. He knew that QuakeLive would probably be hunting out for that yellow armor. And again, a couple of shards picked up by Av3k. Misses the rail as QuakeLive, I think, has dropped down towards that central area. Yeah, he's back down by LG. And we'll just try once again, as we saw him do earlier, just stack up on these yellow armors, because obviously it pick a couple up, hit a couple of rail shots, and all of a sudden it's even again.
If he can get 100 armor, that's where you'll see QuakeLive make the moves for the red and the Mega. But right now he doesn't have that much, and he just needed to get some rockets. If we just have a look at him, yeah, he's positioned himself above red, but he can't stay now. He's going to have to leave, and he'd be very grateful to get away with as much armor as he can hold as possible, and he will try and pick up another yellow. So this yellow could signal the time for QuakeLive to attack, but it's still a big challenge to get that to get the damage onto Av3k. Let's switch over to Av3k as we will see how he's going to defend QuakeLive's play. QuakeLive is now putting himself in position, and he's done one nice rocket, but he got shut away very easily. So QuakeLive really has lost that fight and lost his chance to come back. So we're going to have to wait, I guess, another minute until Cooler can put in a good attack. Or Av3k could, can still take him out. And Av3k wants a 3-0, and Cooler just wants to play defensive, and that's what he's doing.
The good thing right now for Cooler is that both the yellow and that red armor up at the same time. So when he goes for yellow, Av3k should be away. Here is the mega health in a couple of seconds. It'll give 6 seconds for Av3k to rush over towards this red armor. And Cooler will actually be positioned on it. The LG from below. Red armor will be collected by Cooler, but he's taking rocket damage. There's the rail. And Av3k will have to back away. And that's what's going to separate them now. As Av3k will have to back over onto that yellow armor. And now let's switch over to Cooler.
Yeah, he's in control. And he did that with 75 armor. So it wasn't up to 100 like I thought he wanted, but 75 was enough for him to defend his ground. By doing that, he's now going to make another move onto red. If he gets this, he'll have 200. There's a nice railgun shot from Av3k. Av3k picks up the mega, so we're really at an even game. Cooler has not given up another frag. He's brought us back even, but it all could go horribly wrong. And Av3k really needs to be ready for when Cooler changes his style of play, because so far Av3k's been happy running around the map and being in control, but now he needs to know that Cooler is very, very dangerous. And there comes a good railgun shot. Av3k did pick up the red though. Cooler is not in the best position. I think Av3k pretty much took control of the map a little bit from that red armor pickup.
Here comes Av3k into that mega area. That's a great rocket. The second one not quite hitting as much, and Cooler in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try and move on to this mega health, but there's the shotgun. Picks it up with 1 HP. Lands the rail, and Cooler will pick up his first frag of DM6. And now, obviously, after that red armor pickup, this is where he's going to look to shut out Av3k as early as possible. Will Rossi jump up there onto the yellow? Will get the kill, and we're all tied up with 3.5 minutes to go.
And I think Av3k considers himself unlucky, because when he jumped through with the shotgun, Cooler had about 30 health, and that shotgun can do 110 damage. So Av3k not hitting that shot was crucial to Cooler getting back in. But what a great railgun shot again from Cooler. He's really kind of made these clutch moments work for him. This is a big pickup for Av3k. He just got himself the mega. That brings us to an even game, and Av3k's going to go aggressive here, but he probably wants to back off and get the yellow armor, because Cooler won that fight. And that was, I think that was a little bit sloppy from Av3k. But what we know from Av3k, he doesn't stop being aggressive when he knows his opponent's low. So this is why Av3k's chasing. Av3k only has a gun, no armor, but he did just push Cooler off the red. So really good decisions from Av3k to go that offensive. And now we're back to a very tight game. One frag either way could pretty much secure the map, but we'll have to see who takes it.
Mega health collected by Av3k. Again, Cooler looking like he could be back to the back foot as we switch over and see that Av3k does have 175.90. Red armor is next in play, and Av3k's going to try and bait it out here, trying to lure Cooler in. And you can see that now Av3k, even despite losing the lead, has worked his way back into this map to hold the control. With 2 minutes to go, let's see if Av3k can level us all up here.
And Cooler's actually positioned himself in the stairwell by LG. He's got himself 100 armor, but it almost seems that he's content to kind of hold this armor and play defensive. He did just peek at Mega. That's an important sight on Mega. Now he has time on it and can base his next strategy and work out what he wants to do in the next kind of like 20 seconds when that Mega will be respawning. So Cooler still, this is bad for Cooler. Av3k's going to punish some of that armor off him. He's going to go aggressive. Cooler lays better defensive rockets, but Av3k doesn't need to get the kill now. He just needs to get it after the mega, because if he picks up a mega after the red, where Cooler is, like here is where Av3k wants to get the mega. He will take it, and now he has to push for the kill. This is, he can't waste too much more time.
Here he goes, pushing in there, misses that rail shot as Cooler has surely got away. Yeah, you saw him running as fast as he possibly could over towards where he's dropped down to the lower level. And surely this is a kill for Av3k. He's moved in and down to 41. Cooler dodging nicely, but it will be the frag from Av3k. We're all tied up with 1 minute on the clock, 10 seconds to this mega, and that's a great first rocket from Av3k.
Actually, yellow armor's up and Cooler should get it. He's actually really worried about where he is because he hasn't got many weapons to his name. He's going for a railgun. That's a really good decision. He needs to get it fast, though, and he's taken too long. Av3k's in position to defend it. This is a good play from Cooler, but I think Av3k's got too much health and armor, and he will take him down. And you can almost see there on Av3k's face a big sigh of relief as he's firmly in control. Now, if he denies the yellow, there is no armor on the map for Cooler to play with. Cooler will have to beat Av3k with no armor, and Av3k has 120. So I'm not sure how Cooler's going to do this. He's trying to set up a trap at the RA with Plasma Gun. He's actually just now dipped in and stole the Mega. Cooler, Av3k goes for the red, and Cooler drops down. Oh, and Av3k smartly doesn't go for the shards and jump back up. And now Cooler's going to have to rocket jump to chase. Let's switch over to Cooler as he tries to finish off the game, but no, it's all going to be a little bit too late. And Av3k is going to win by a frag, 4-3.